This is an Eye on Annapolis bonus podcast.
Well, you know, we're sitting down here at Market Space, and it's pretty quiet here for a Tuesday afternoon, but we're here with Erik Evans, who's the executive director of the Downtown Annapolis Partnership. And unlike in a couple days, it's quiet, but it's going to be hopping starting February 22nd.
It is, and there's a lot of restaurants right here in Market Space that are going to be part of it. We got the new Pearl restaurant here and Buddies. And
That's what does I look? I mean, this is sort of like in downtown Annapolis. This is sort of like Restaurant Central, Restaurant Week, one of my favorite weeks of the year. And you can't, you got to save up your calories and then pig out for 10 days straight.
There you go.
It's coming up so quick, man. That's coming up February 22nd. It goes through March 2nd this year.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We got new restaurants that are participating, like Pearl just opened up downtown, and Chelsea's Wharf in West Annapolis is participating for the first time.
Well, I'll tell you, Pearl is on my list because I've not been there yet.
Me either, so I'm looking forward to it.
And I'm kind of interested with that whole ponche, or is there ponche? Tiki bar upstairs.
There you go.
Which sounds pretty cool. But I mean, Annapolis I will say that Annapolis has really upped their dining game over the years. I mean, I'll say 10 or 15 years. I mean, it used to be a very mediocre town, I thought. And we've got a lot of really good restaurants now.
Yeah, it's no longer just the day of burgers and bars. You got some diversity here now, don't you?
Well, we do have them as well. We do have them as well. But Annapolis Restaurant Week is really kind of one of the signature events for the Downtown Annapolis Partnership. You can find out all the restaurants that are on at your website, which is AnnapolisRestaurantWeek.com, or...
Yeah, that keeps it really simple, AnnapolisRestaurantWeek.com.
There you go. Otherwise, you got to go to DowntownAnnapolisPartnership.org/
Exactly.
everything else there. As we're walking up Main Street, man, I sit there, I mean, you look at all these places that are involved. I mean, you got Buddies here. I do like Buddies because they're very affordable.
They got the best views in town for a restaurant.
They really do. And if you talk to them nicely, they'll let you up on the roof and take pictures of the 4th of July parade, and that's a really good vantage point there as well. But not available
Don't give away all your
everybody.
secrets.
God, when my kids were little, we used to do all the Sunday brunches there. The restaurant week, though, that has breakfast, brunches,
Yes.
lunches, and dinners.
Exactly. We got everything covered for you.
Well, I know that you've got 2-course breakfasts, and they, depending on what it is, and I like that you guys have changed up their price. I know way back when it started, it was like one price and everybody had to find something to fit in that price.
Right.
And you can't really do that when you've got, like, say, a Cafe Normandy and, okay, we'll say a Buddies.
Right.
Two totally different...
Or Chicken Roost Deli. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, breakfasts are $12.95 to $18.95, depending on where you go. 2-course lunches, $15 to $22.95. And then the dinners are $29 to $44.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's an affordable time, but I love it to get out and try new places. Can't wait till Capo Deli opens up, which is where the old Jimmy John's used to be, or the old, depending on how long you've been here, it could be the old Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's.
You mentioned some of the new places that are opening up, and I think that's really kind of cool because you've got, in West Annapolis, Chelsea's Wharf, which is, sort of one of my favorites. Urbano, which is not technically in Annapolis. And again, that really shouldn't be called Annapolis Restaurant Week because it's sort of Annapolis Area Restaurant Week.
Exactly.
Severn Inn, you've got Cafe Mezzanotte up in Severna Park. So you've got plenty of choices to explore all of your culinary needs.
Exactly. There's something really for everybody.
It's funny, I'm listening to you, you sound all stuffed up, and I'm like happy that it's not me because I had it last week and it was just, the yuck that is going around is unbelievable. And the other thing I noticed on the website, again, AnnapolisRestaurantWeek.com, as we come up here, I'm seeing, the iconic orange and green from Chicken Roost. Some of these places have like wine specials going on all week.
Yeah, and especially Wednesday is like the hottest day if you're into wine for bottled wine specials. But all week there is discounts on bottles of wine for people who want to just add something extra to their meal.
Well, I was looking at the list of the ones there, and it says wine specials at Chicken Roost. And my comment on that is, who the hell knew Chicken Roost had wine?
There you go.
But 49 West, Cafe Mezzanotte, again, up in Severna Park, Blackwall Hitch, Libations, Millersville, Luna Blue, Metropolitan, Middleton, O'Brien's, Paul's, Ram's Head, Melting Pot. I mean, you've got plenty of choices to get all over town and fill yourself up there as well.
Yeah, get a half-price bottle of wine plus the deal on Restaurant Week. You've really got it made.
What are you looking forward to? Who are you? I know you mentioned you want to go see Pearl and you want to check out Ponche. When I go there, I'll figure out how to pronounce it.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna leave it up to my wife this year to pick the restaurants. Usually I pick them, but I think we'll let her do it
so
this
after
year.
all of these years, you're finally wising up.
Exactly.
Letting her pick it.
We'll let her pick one this year.
I was just looking at some of the restaurants, and I mean, I've got more restaurants on my list than I've got days in the week, or
That's
probably
right.
meals in the week. I mean, my reasons that I like to go to new places, obviously. I want to see what it's all about. My old favorites, because I'm a creature of habit.
Exactly. But even at some of those places you go to regularly, you might find something new on the restaurant menu.
My list includes Cafe Mezzanotte, because I don't get in there enough up in Severna Park. Carroll's Creek, again, that's one of my restaurants I say is like a special night restaurant.
It
I mean,
is.
I'm not going to eat there every single day because my last name's not Musk, it's not Gates, it's not Bezos. So I won't, I won't eat there every day. But gosh, I love it when I do. Chessie's Wharf, which I do like out there. Galway Bay is awesome because there's no TVs. You pretty much it's any kind of thing that you might want.
Yeah, and then there's some Latin ones too. You know, Cancun Grill is really good for those who've never been there off of Forest Drive.
Okay, Melinda, I've not been there. That's the one that's on Old Forest Drive, right there by Old Solomon's Island Road, right?
Yeah, it's actually really good food. If you're familiar with Senior Chili's, it's the same owners, and they're opening a grocery store over in over by Quiet Waters. Yeah, Grumps. Really good food there. It's kind of a little more upscale for their Latin restaurant.
Melindo is?
Yep.
See, now, that's the whole hidden thing. You never know. You look at it, and
It's
it's
that little
like,
secret hole in the wall. Once you get in, you're gonna love it.
holy mackerel, okay. Good tip. But, I do like to see some of the old favorites, too. I mean, Stan and Joe's, Ram's Head, they've been doing that for a long time. Ram's Head a little bit longer than Stan and Joe's because that used to be Sean Donlan's, I guess,
Yes.
way back when. But, and it is also so important to really support our local restaurants.
Yeah.
This is a time of year when they're struggling. The tourism's not here. You've got the legislature, which helps, certainly. These restaurants really do need people to come in and eat them in the winter, and don't hunker down in your home.
And the nice thing about Ram's Head and Stan and Joe's that you just mentioned is, afterwards you can stay and see a show. Mm-hmm. You got Ram's Head on stage. Stan and Joe's has live music every night.
Well, as you turn around and you look at most of the restaurants that are in here, I mean, like Middleton's, you got O'Brien's, they all usually have live music as well. So,
Absolutely.
and that's always something fun to do. It's one thing I love about Annapolis. It has a great live music scene.
It does.
We really ought to organize maybe we've got bar crawls and a food crawl. So as we're walking up Main Street, cruising over onto West Street, I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, all these great places that are here. You mentioned Ram's Head, Stan and Joe's, 49 West is right there. That's a great, for those that haven't been, that's the European coffee shop in town.
It is, and they usually have great either Americana or jazz music in the back room in the evenings too. Another great kind of long established but still hidden gem in Annapolis.
It really is, and also their Sunday brunches are very good. They usually have a little bit of the jazz ensemble that will play there in the back. So that's again wonderful music in Annapolis as well. I know as we're coming up here onto West Street, it's funny. I see I remember it used to always be a real estate place. I know that here a pop-up shop was there a couple times, but that building right on the corner of Weston Church, there's supposed to be a restaurant and a hotel coming in at some point when they're done developing it, which will be really kind of fun to see what it is. I'm sad to see that Dareem, our flower dude, is not here today, but
He gets a little break after Valentine's Day, and he'll be back when it warms up. It's vacation week for him.
And here's a pro tip: if anybody is looking for amazing flowers that last unreasonably long, and I don't know why, for a great price, Dareem is right on Church Circle, right in front of Reynolds Tavern. You can't miss him because he's got the smile that's a little bit bigger than the State House.
There you go.
And Luna Blue's in on this again this year too, aren't they?
Luna Blue has great food. It's another one of my favorites to go to for Italian.
Now, I will say with Luna Blue, though, and actually with many of them, reservations are probably required because Luna Blue's a pretty skinny store.
It is. I highly recommend reservations if you can get them because it is a busy week during restaurant week.
So it sounds like you can sit over your kitchen table at home and sort of plan it out and
Exactly.
get onto Open Table or wherever it is. And Let's talk a little bit about the Downtown Annapolis Partnership, because this is one of the events that you do. You obviously organize the Midnight Madnesses. I mean, you've got all sorts of events that go on down here, and a lot of them fall under your purview.
We do. I mean, we just got done promoting Valentine's Day. We did the grand illumination, decorating downtown.
Right.
And we're on West Street. These new lamp posts that we had up in Wiseman Park, the little pocket park next to the visitor center, was something we recently did just to try to brighten up downtown a little bit.
Oh, I'll pardon the pun that they're a lamppost and you're trying to brighten it up, but they are cute. They're fun, and you've done a lot actually with the. I don't know whether it's the same guy that did it, but I mean the bike racks that were around town a couple years ago, and they're all kind of a little fun. You got the guitar and the different thing, which sort of
same ours. Did the artistic bike racks. So yeah, it makes it fun yet functional.
Also, as we get up here at West Street, I mean, you got Picante, which is a relatively new addition to the dining scene here in Annapolis.
Absolutely. Farther out West Street, you got Lighthouse Bistro, you got Metropolitan, Carpaccio's, and Paul's Humble Cafe.
I'll tell you, Carpaccio's and Paul's are, for some reason, they're like the Ruby Tuesdays of parole for me. I love them both, but I somewhat forget about them. I mean, Paul's is so small, it's just easy to pass by on West Street, but if you do remember, don't pass by them. They've got incredible gyros as well as just pretty much any food that you get there. And Carpaccio's is another amazing Italian restaurant. And again, it's, I don't want to say lost, but it's in that complex with Park Place, which makes it a little bit difficult to see sometimes.
But both have great food.
Absolutely. And looking out further out, I mean, over at the mall, you've got Rodizio, which is the Brazilian steakhouse that's participating there. You've got the Melting Pot, if you feel like dipping your
cook it yourself.
Your bread and sausage into into everything else there. And then Urbano, which is also a new Latin restaurant over at the town center, is participating along with the Tuscan wine bar, which I understand is changing names. That's changed ownerships, and it's going to be the same type of thing, but it's going to be a name beginning with C, and I can't remember what it is at this point.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it might have a different name, but it's depending again where you are. It was Paladar and it was Tuscan, but that's the place. They are participating for sure. But where are some of your wife's favorites? Do you know?
She always likes Carroll's Creek.
Yeah, that's the special one. What now? Do you have a favorite dish at Carroll's Creek?
Oh, I really don't. I always try to get something new and different during restaurant week. So I always kind of look and see who has something.
Well, I love Carroll's Creek. I mean, people say I'm nuts, but their French onion soup is amazing, and I will put them and Cafe Normandy at probably the top of some of my list of anywhere in the world best French onion soups. And people are like, "You go to Carroll's Creek and get French onion?" Yeah, I do. Also, it has one of the better views and one of the best views in town as well.
They do have a great view, and it's another important place to make a reservation at.
It certainly is. And one thing to point out about Carroll's Creek, too, is that if you have a nut allergy, it's the perfect restaurant for you because they are truly nut-free. And it has nothing to do with the people that run it or the people that attend it or the people that, that dine there. But they've gone to great steps to really make sure that everything has nothing to do with nuts. So if you do have a peanut allergy or something like that, it's a very safe place to be. How many years has Restaurant Week been going on, do you know? I know that it's been here since at least 2009 when I came on the scene.
I think it's 17 years or something like that. I might be off 1 or 2 years. So it's been going on for quite a while.
Well, whoever had
started off as just a handful of restaurants doing it. I think the first year it was like 5 or 7 restaurants, and
now we're over 40.
It's 37 this year.
Okay.
Before COVID, we had just gone over 40. Then COVID hit and it dropped out to like 30, and now it's growing back up again.
Again, AnnapolisRestaurantWeek.com is the website to go to. If you want to find out what's going on with other things in the Downtown Annapolis Partnership, we can go to your website, which is
DowntownAnnapolisPartnership.org.
Okay, DowntownAnnapolisPartnership.org.
Yep.
And then we can AnnapolisRestaurantWeek.com. We'll get you all the restaurants. You'll find out all the specials and everything else. Parking is plentiful.
Plentiful, yeah.
It's very easy at GOTS. If you register your car, you just drive in and drive out, as well as Knighton, I believe, at this point.
Yeah, Park Place, Knighton all use this, and GOTS all use the same system. So once you register your cards, you're good to go forever. I just pulled into Hillman Garage today, and there's a couple hundred available parking spaces, so it's convenient if you're heading to Main Street.
And you need to use the app for Hillman, and then obviously you've got a couple of the street parking lots that you can use the Parkmobile app as well. So plenty of parking available. And the tip on Hillman, I mean, I've not seen it totally full yet. I mean, obviously during special times it does it. I imagine Restaurant Week could be one of them. But there's a big sign out front that says how many spaces are available.
Yeah, there's plenty of signs. There's a kiosk, you like to do it the old-fashioned way and just, write down your tag number and put it into the kiosk, and you're good to go.
Again, I'm going to encourage everybody to save your calories for the 22nd to the 2nd and get out and support the local business. I was talking with somebody the other week, and I think it was Whitney Carriage from Admiral Cleaners, who just had a really good point. It said that if you won't buy local, you can say goodbye to local, which I thought was really pretty depressing, pretty deep, but pretty true as well, because the local businesses, whether they own a restaurant or a store or whatever it is, they're our community. They're the people that are on the ball field with your kids. They're the ones that are coughing up a gift certificate for a Little League fundraiser or whatever it is. And that's just so important to do it, because when they get their profit, whatever it is, out of their business, and they're spending it on Restaurant Week, on locally owned businesses and everything else. So again, make sure you do support your local businesses whenever and wherever you possibly can.
Yeah, and that what kind of makes your town unique. We have tons of local independent businesses that you won't find anywhere else. Some towns only have chain stores.
You know what I do love is the Hero pop-up shop, because it always changes. They popped up more than like 50 stores, I think.
Yeah, pop-up shop. I think she had her 50th store at Christmas time this year. And it's a completely different vibe every time she opens up.
We're coming down Duke of Gloucester Street, sometimes referred to as Dog Street, as we're passed by a dog. Right across from City Hall, you've got B&D Tailors.
Yeah.
Small, little, tiny, hole in the wall. Probably one of the best tailors around. And I think you got to start in Nordstrom. But again, look at all the small businesses that are here and see what we can do to support them, especially February 22nd to March 2nd. And dine out here. And for those that are listening, send an email and let me know where your favorite ones are. We'll throw a couple polls up and see what it is. I always like when we send out the email newsletters with everybody's menu to see who clicks what. Exactly. And it gives me an idea. Says, oh, this one's really hot this year, and this one's really hot this year, and it's always great to see people out. I always end up finding people that I haven't seen in a long time in a restaurant just to say hello, and it really brings the small town charm of what makes us a little bit special.
Absolutely.
Well, Eric, I want to thank you so much. We're going to drop you off here at the hospital to take care of your pneumonia. But we're going to part ways here at the garage. We've taken a little stroll around Annapolis. I've gotten my steps in for the week. And for those that are listening, you want to make sure you look at us up on Facebook and Twitter and maybe in the morning podcast, because
there might be some gift card giveaways that you have too.
You did. I would say you bribed me, but you just handed them to me. I didn't ask for anything. So we will be giving away some gift cards to Restaurant Week, and I will say that they don't need to be used during Restaurant Week.
Correct.
They have to be used within a year, I think, or something like that, and it'll give you a chance to try some new places. And I want to thank the Downtown Annapolis Partnership for giving us those and letting us give them away to the people that are listening and reading and following and doing whatever else they do on social media and everything else. But can't wait to start eating.
There you go. Thank you, John.
This has been a bonus podcast from Eye on Annapolis. Please visit us at eyeonannapolis.net. Follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. And if you haven't subscribed to the Daily News Brief podcast, go for it. And all of your local news will be delivered to your phone, tablet, or smart device by 6 a.m. every Monday through Friday.